Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting night of LCBI Esports. Before we dive into the action, let's break down the three roles you'll see on the battlefield tonight. First off, the tank. The big guns, up front. The tank takes the hits, holds the line, and clears the way for their teammates. They're the shield and the spear all at once. Next is the damage or DPS. These are the playmakers, the sharpshooters, the brawlers, the ones who rack up eliminations and break defenses wide open. If you want a highlight reel, watch DPS. And finally, support, the unsung heroes. They keep their team alive, powered up, and in fighting shape. Without strong support, no team survives long in Overwatch. Together, these three roles form the backbone of every squad, a delicate balance of strength, firepower, and strategy. And tonight, you'll see just how impressive that balance is. We're going to have 5 different game modes tonight, starting off with Control. Both teams brawl over a single objective, win 2 out of the 3 rounds to claim the map. Next, we're going to have Hybrid. Step 1, capture a point. Step 2, turn that point into a payload and escort it to victory. Third, we have Escort. One team pushes a payload through the checkpoints, the other tries to stop them in their tracks. Then we have Push. Teams fight to control a robot in the center, then push it as far as possible into enemy territory. And finally, we have Flashpoint, the newest addition. Multiple control points unlock one at a time. Capture 3 before your opponent to secure the win. So, with tonight's matchup, we have our starting lineup started with Piper Murdoch, grade 12 student. Will be playing tank. Her gamer tag is Muio. Next, we have Christopher Summick, a grade 11 student. He'll be damage or DPS, gamertag C Play Game. Next, we have Randy Anderson, grade 11 student, as support, gamertag Skyfire. Then we have Cullen Keith, going to be a grade 12 student, going to be DPS for us, gamertag Starting Point. And then finally, we have Caleb Turden, another grade 12 student who's going to be playing support for us, gamertag Star Trek fan. So for tonight, the Bisons, the Outlook Bisons, are going to be playing the Colorado Goal Academy. Colorado is actually an online school based out of Colorado. This is their B team. We're playing their B team. So their B team, like us, we're both 1-2, 1 win, 2 losses. Goal Academy, however, is ranked 37th. The Bisons right now are ranked 39th in the league. So we're slowly making our way. We started off really high when we had our initial regular season game. It was a no-show. I think we're 4th in the league. That essentially was we dropped all the way back down. So now we're actually going to be playing against teams that more align with our skill level. So hopefully, this is going to be an exciting game. But we'll be starting off with Control. So again, both teams brawl over a single objective, win 2 out of the 3 rounds to claim the map. We've had some different strategy training sessions with the Bisons. I know one thing that we've been really emphasizing with the players has actually been playing ranked matches, solo ranked matches, trying to find ways to get that skill level up there. Show them what it's like to play without communication, without a team, against players of similar skill level, and then we put them back together and see how they do as a team. So it'll be interesting to see how this strategy or this playbook kind of like pans out for us. But until we're ready to go, hang tight, sit back, grab some popcorn for this special LCBI Esports homecoming stream. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we're back to the action. Starting off with our control game mode. So players right now selecting their heroes. You might see in the bottom left-hand corner, the players communicating about who they're banning. So players get the choice to ban certain characters, which definitely makes it interesting. I know with myself, whenever I play Overwatch, I play one character. And if somebody ever takes that character is banned, I am hooped. So it is always a fun, interesting dynamic change when a certain character gets banned and they're almost pivotal to the strategy. That's why it's good to have more than just one character set up in your Overwatch 2 toolbox. Let's take a look and see who our Bison select. Alright, looking pretty good. Skyfire doesn't have to out of the ordinary. Star Trek fan. Is a mime.
I see
Okay, here we go. Okay, oh, we're even switching characters. Okay, Chris is mixing things up.
But I don't play without stakes. Likewise.
And
what are you
there
willing to
we
lose?
go.
Oh, Farah-chan, I've never lost.
Alright, so we're going to be following Colin Keith here, grade 12 student. Start in point, their gamer tag. So we're going to be making way now. Just remember, the control point doesn't actually unlock for another 15 seconds right now. But that doesn't mean that you don't start battling it out, right? Because you want to give yourself an edge. If you can take out some of their characters, at least push them back. Say, don't even think about going to the objective. You gain the upper hand. So objective is now unlocked. You see here Colin getting kind of attacked. Oh, and he's good. He's back in the action. Okay, so Bison's actually taking an early control over the capture point. Doing a great job holding it. Colin veered off a little bit too far. And got pushed, got lured out of the capture point, away from his teammates, and taken out. Now we're covering Muyo. Piper playing tank. Not too sure, maybe waiting for her team to respawn. Doesn't look like she has a lot of backup in the objective. But there we go, nice attack by Piper. Putting the pressure on, pushing them in. Now, here's the shtick. Alright, Piper was left on her own and she got taken out. But here's the shtick. All of their team is actually in, or at least they were, in the actual capture point, which is quite, like, small down. It's a really hard place to defend. If the Bisons can do a good enough job baiting them back into that position, trying to actually stay on the capture point, that would be great for all of us. Great because they're already bunched up together. And they don't have a lot. They don't have a lot of room to maneuver. But we see here, Bisons are actually getting surrounded. Really great defense, where Colorado actually left their objective point to push forward to a more defendable position. But, alright, we see them hacked by their support. Essentially, it's kind of hindering their movement and their control. But, there we go. Alright, so we have Randy Anderson, our support player, with an ult. Kind of bad that our tank is out. When your tank is done, that's really hard to maneuver. Because remember, they're the ones that are taking the damage, taking the upfront attacks. You need to have your tank in there if you want a good chance of pushing an entire team. But at the same time, you need to keep that tank alive. If the tank goes down, now they're all shooting at the DPS for the supports. And for the most part, damage. Okay, so there we go. Bisons are doing an impressive. This isn't good. Tank is on their own. Piper in overtime, which is essentially what you want to see. Good move on Piper. Good move on Piper. That's actually good instinct. The team got wiped. They aggroed the team. I don't know if you look at the support players, damage, or whatnot, but the team got wiped. Piper, great instincts. She said, look, I'm not going to hang back. What's the point of hanging back? I might as well get in there, see if I can stretch this overtime. But good instincts. First win goes to Colorado, to Goal Academy. But let's see what happens in round 2. So same map, different area. Bison's now coordinating with each other about their gameplay strategies. We see here starting point actually playing Soldier 76. Solid choice. Definitely one of the best DPS characters. Cool thing with Soldier 76 is when they play, they have a little special perk that actually heals. Oh, he's going the wrong direction. The gates are open. And I don't know what Cullen is doing. All right, yeah, not sure what happened there. Not sure what happened there. But, okay, Cullen's in the action. There we go. So Cullen, if he pushes the E button, he actually drops a little health pack, and he can actually take some healing responsibility away from the opposing team. It's great. Every time teammates heal from that, his ultimate actually gets a little bit of a tick up. So here we go, Cullen pushing up on the flank, trying to chase away their damage. Doing not too bad. Bisons are getting a little bit clogged up, though. A little bit clogged up. But there we go. Okay, so Bison's trying to push on the point. Cullen a bit separated, and he doesn't have that heal yet. So this is a nice KO. Wasn't a bad trade. Wasn't a bad trade. Bisons look like they're falling back to regroup. When like two of your teammates go, you don't want to run in there just all willy-nilly on your own. You do that, and they're gonna pick you off, right? You got 5-on-1, 5-on-2. Regroup, attack the objective. What's really cool with this objective is that well. It's like this is Sparta well. If you have an attack that actually can push players back, like that boulder, if Piper can actually align that, she can actually go and kick people into that pit. But Piper doing a pretty good job staying in the fray. Ooh. Yikes. Okay, so that was a team. That was a team wipe.
Let's go.
So we see here Colorado being overly aggressive, hanging out up there, saying, "Hey, even try get out. I'll start giving you damage." They're giving them no room to breathe. But the Bison's doing a not too bad job again, pushing out, saying, "Okay, well, you want to play this game? Let's play this game." We got 2 damage players. Ooh, yikes. We just saw our 1 damage player get taken out. Christopher Summick, and again, sitting on an ultimate. This is not what you want to see. Right now, the Bison should be using all of the ultimates they can. Win or lose, relevant or not. There we go. Okay, good use of the ultimate from Star Trek Bad. Keeping their teammates alive. We need Christopher Summick right now, needs to use that. Nice! Good use from Christopher Summick. Uses that ultimate. Boom, Bison's capped the point. Overtime. Ooh, maybe not. There we go. Capturing. Great use of overtime. Great use of ultimates. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see from the Bisons. That, like, hey, we're going to lose. Better use these up. And again, what we're seeing from the Bisons is because they're doing lots of damage, their ultimates are actually going up. So we have here, back to Cullen Keith. Boom, ultimate unlocked. As soon as their team pushes, and you know their team's going to be pushing, you can use that ultimate. If I was Cullen, I'd be using that right quick, saying, "Oh, you're going to try to jump around me?" I don't think so. Yeah, right now I would be using that ultimate if I was Cullen.
I've got you in my sights.
Nice work on the Bisons. Again, nail biting defense right now, especially because they're at 99%. Right, Bisons finally set up a defensive point and doing a good job. Oh, yikes! Bison's gonna take it. Okay, and here comes the really impressive offense. Really impressive offense on Colorado. But no, we saw definitely some improvement there from the Bisons. Again, good use of ultimates in those last few moments. Yeah, I mean, I think we're definitely seeing an improvement from the Bisons. Okay, so play the game. Okay, see play games. This is Christopher Summick. Let's go take a look and see what Chris is up to.
Mind the gap.
All right, not a super epic play of the game, but that's okay. We're going now into game 2. Game 2 is going to be hybrid. Step 1, capture a point. Step 2, turn that point into a payload and score it to victory. So we'll be back. Take a break. Top up your sodas. Get another bag of popcorn and get ready for game 2. right, the players have voted for who they're going to be banning, and yeah, we have some mix-ups. I know Randy Anderson, our support player, Gamertake Skyfire, not super happy about the ban. She's going to have to play her secondary support character, but that's okay. That's all right. We've had training. That's what this training was for. All right, the teams are selecting their heroes, taking a little bit longer than usual. I'm hoping this isn't the Bisons that are holding things up. I know it's always interesting when there's a ban, and you know, again, it totally messes up their strategy. But here we go. Okay, so Randy playing a different hero. I always get enamored with the skins, but it looks like the Bisons are going to be on defense first. So remember, they're going to have to push out of their safe zone. Bison's setting up a defense, saying, "All right, well, let's do this." So again, yeah, you see the Bisons moving ahead, or they should be moving ahead of the capture point, especially in this game mode. Ooh, nice. We got Christopher Summick posted up nice and high. Usually there's that church door there. That's usually where their snipers pop out of. It doesn't look like there's any, but they do have a diva. That's the enemy tank moving up high. A bit of a weird strategy, having your tank not in the action. But let's see what they can pull off. We got Star Trek Fan, Kill Turk. Doing a good job healing, debuffing. See, he set up a little portable healing station there. Ooh, yikes. We just lost Christopher Summick. Christopher Summick was taken out. Great. Yikes. Okay, so there we go. They got in, and then they got out. What we see here, Colorado trying to push over the wall, saying, okay, well, if you're guarding the gate, we'll push, but this isn't good. You want to take that player out real quick. Yikes, okay, so there we go. Colorado is breaking through the defense. Yeah, as soon as a player goes through those doors, you want to take them out real quick. That enemy, I think that was the enemy DPS, was kind of just hanging out there getting healed, and it was like, he's out there a long time. We're not aggroing. Maybe that's a communication thing. However, Bisons are reforming up. Looks like Colorado captured the point, and now it's turned into a payload. So we're gonna be moving, but there we go. Colorado, again, very aggressive team. Like, Colorado likes to push, likes to keep the pressure up, which can be, again, if you can exploit it, I think that's good, because it's like, okay, well, if they're rushing and pushing in, maybe they don't have the most sound strategy. And if you think about, their whole push can fall apart. But so far it's pretty good. They're keeping the Bisons on their toes as they push the payload up. Just a reminder, take a look at that time, the top right-hand corner, the top center right. They have 4 minutes and 18 seconds to get the payload to the next objective. Again, good offense. The Bisons did a good job with the defense, holding the objective. Or holding that choke point. But yeah, Colorado breaking through, so Bison's restructuring. We see a couple players way up ahead. You got to be careful with that. If you go too far ahead, the tank's not there. You got to support and you got to damage. Yikes. Not great. Not great. Yeah, so you gotta start coordinating as a team. We kind of have a little bit of the players kind of going off on their own, but let's keep watching. Let's see what happens. push. I mean, the Bisons are putting them all on the run here. That's what you want to see. You want to see they're coordinating with each other. And this is a weird, what do they call it? Great job using the ult. But again, it's this weird thing where you want the team to kind of like stick together, play as a team. However, you don't want to be too close because if the other team sees an advantage and fires an ultimate off, you don't want all your players that close. Okay, so Bisons are losing some, two people. Now it's time to fall back. You don't want to, because again, if there's 3 versus 5, you're done. You're cooked. No more. You do have a damage DPS. If that team is getting good at communicating, you could be targeted out. Team's still in there, which is good. Getting healed. Really impressive game. I think this is really, like, Piper is really finding her own here. I know she was just taken out, but Piper's doing a really great job this game. I'm seeing a lot of communicating. Now again, we'll go in first person mode here. Just being in it. Well, I hope my team is keeping it safe. No, well, Piper's doing a great job here. 2 minutes and 41 seconds. 2 minutes and 41 seconds. You only have to hold out for it. But doing a good job here. Trying to target the Diva. Nice! That's actually huge. That is a huge play by the Bisons. Now, if they all stay near the objective, it'll actually start moving backwards. So that's so Bisons are like, all right, let's get this thing back. We gotta find out. Again, they keep the progress, but it helps buy you seconds, and in this game mode, seconds count. Now, maybe what they could have done was maybe go to a more defendable position. But no, I mean, Bisons are doing good. I mean, they're still slowly moving that thing back, saying, nah, you get out of here. Nice, and we have an ultimate. Piper has an ultimate in the chamber. Now would be the time. Look, especially now, just due to the fact that they're all clumped in there together. Piper definitely needs a support. Yeah, that's a shame. Piper. Okay, this is not good. This is not good. Bison's going in one at a time. All right, here we go. Let's get Piper needs to get in there, use that ultimate, discourage them because they have a lot of nice. They have a lot of. Oh, here we go. This is what you want to see. Move down. Goodbye, tank. Get out of here. It's been a slice. Hit the road. Nice try. Now they're going to have to go coordinate. Now they're going to have to go push. And Piper doing a good job. I hope the supports are following. Yeah, supports are following her. That's great. Saying, okay, well, let's push you all the way back. You're going to fight for every inch. A lot of great instinct coming from Piper on this one. And Bisons continue to move back the objective. Now, one thing we have seen from Colorado is they do a relatively decent job of getting the jump on the Bisons. The Bisons need to make sure that they're not going to get flanked here or sabotaged. Here we go. Okay, Bison doing another great job. Piper keeping up the pressure, saying, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. And that's what you want to see. You want to see the tank getting in there, soaking up the damage, and the other team taking advantage of the openings that Piper's given. So doing a good job. Yikes. Going that impressive push. Piper's trying to squeeze out that DPS. Yikes. Okay. That's a shame. That's a shame. Caleb Turk couldn't do it. And they're in overtime. Got them. So, yeah, okay, we're contested. We're contested. Scott. Yikes. Okay. Well, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. They're just kind of going in. Fighting for every inch. Nice! Round 1 complete! They did not reach the final checkpoint, so they only have 2 points. All the Bisons have to do here is on offense, They just got to finish it. They got to drag it all the way to the end. I don't think I've ever seen Bisons this season get this close to a W. Here's hoping Colorado struggles with defense and the Bisons can do a good job of giving them the push. This is really cool. This gives the Bisons a really clear objective. We need to get this thing to the end. I think the Bisons are at an advantage. Bisons are 100% at an advantage right now. They know what they have to do. They know the strengths of Colorado, the weaknesses of Colorado. Now it's just a matter of saying, okay, let's coordinate together as a team. Let's communicate, and let's get this W. So task one, they got to get out of the church, and they got to get to the objective point. This is actually a lot harder than it looks. Unless you're highly coordinated or the team makes a mistake. And we saw that with the Bisons when they kind of made that mistake initially, letting the DPS guy just essentially just hang out on the other side of the wall without being immediately aggroed. Not great. So Bisons, hopefully the Bisons can take advantage of Colorado making similar mistakes or just outplay them. So let's get going. Looks like everybody's going down the ground. Bisons come running out. Can't really see the enemy team there. Okay, we're going to be going. Let's go first person mode. This is Christopher Summick. He's playing sniper. Nice shot. I know it doesn't seem to be, okay, well, he got one, yeah, but hey, that one makes all the difference. Because now what's happening is their teammates going, ooh, they got a Widowmaker, which is the sniper chick that Christopher's playing. They got a Widowmaker, and you got to watch out and sticking your head out. Because you stick your head out, you'll take advantage. Ooh, but he's getting targeted right now, and he's too far away from the support to really get backed up, so Chris is kind of on his own. He's kind of on his own. Okay, well, let's mix it up. Let's get into the support. Okay, so you're a Star Trek fan, Caleb Turton. Again, having to keep the tank as well as... Yikes. No. Again, yeah, the damage output was too much. Now they don't have a tank to take advantage of this. Yeah, yikes. Okay, we got Chris up here. Oh, Chris has an ultimate. Now might actually be a good time to use it, and that'll give him enough time to start building up an ultimate. Here we go. Oh, yikes. Well, that happens sometime. Okay, so Bisons go ahead and take the objective. Let's take out that Diva. Nice! Good work on the Bison's part, saying, not today, lady. Not today. Okay, Bisons capture the point. And this is moving into a payload game. Awesome. I love this. Colorado is absolutely frazzled right now. You can see it. They're like, what strategy are they employing? You got guys all over the place. Bison's now coordinating. The Diva's back, saying, all right, Diva, let's play this game. A good Diva player, you'll see, like, Diva's their tank. That's their tank that they're playing. A good Diva player will, not like their mech will go out, but they'll be able to escape. Their Diva player, not too sure what's going on here, but no, they're doing great. Ooh, okay, Christopher Summick seeing, yeah, see, here we go. This is what I was talking about. That's a Reaper. I would ban that person 100, not the player, but the character. I hate fighting Reapers. Reapers are brutal. They are really sneaky. They teleport, and they do mass amounts of damage up close. He's pretty far away. I think, yikes, yeah, Chris, that bad call on Chris's part there. You know, when you're a Widowmaker and you're rocking a solo, you know your days are numbered. You can't be in the action too much. But, okay, so we're following Star Trek fan, has an ultimate in the chamber. Let's see what they can turn it into it. Ooh, yikes. Skyfire, good call getting that health. But again, I think communication would have been good there. I think definitely Star Trek fan needs to use that ultimate. There's enough action going on here. Make him regret. Come back up. Okay, mech's gone. Nice. Bison's getting a nice team wipe. And they're moving on. And they're moving on. Okay, so they're pushing. Again, this is really exciting because, again, the Bisons know getting in a certain distance isn't good enough. This isn't like a, you know, when you're going first, you're almost at a disadvantage because you don't know where the, you know, where the other team's going to get it. Kind of set the tone for it. But, like, now the Bisons know, okay, we have to finish this. They were inches away. Now, oh, nice, absolutely nice use of an ultimate from Christopher Summik. Z-Play Games, awesome use. Well, that wasn't an ultimate, but here we go. Here we go. This is what we like to see. Oh, excuse me. No, again, even if the ultimate doesn't necessarily land, it's still useful because the other team, they have that whoop moment where they're like, oh boy, here we go. They're using their ultimate. Better watch out. So even if you don't use your ultimate, it doesn't necessarily matter. It still can be beneficial for the team. Okay, so again, we have here Skyfire with their ultimate. So Skyfire, Randy Anderson, let's now, yikes, now, hey, they're clumped. Right? This is when we need to push. This is when we need to do the damage. This is when we need to say, okay, like, let's inch up. You saw here, like, it's far from over. It's far from over. The Bisons have 2 minutes and 45 seconds to get this. Yikes. Okay, Bison's pretty much getting a team wipe here. Not great. Now, Colorado's going to be pushing that objective. You can see our objective slowly pushing back. Good strategic retreat from Cullen. You definitely don't want to be in there by yourself. But now they need to be coordinating. Oh, yikes. That you don't want to see. We just saw Piper get absolutely taken out. They're angling Piper. That makes sense. That makes sense. We've seen great things from Piper this round. Piper needs to get back in the action quick. So, the other team, I guess, kind of trying to survive. Piper pushing in there. They need to keep Piper alive. They need to keep Piper alive. They need to watch around the corners and start pushing that objective forward.
Barrier cannot withstand much more.
Ooh, this is a bit sketchy for Piper. Don't want to, I mean, they start targeting. Yeah, see, there's an ultimate. Good use of an ultimate. Good use of an ultimate from Colorado side. If you're wondering why the entire Bisons got taken out, there it is. But it's all right. We got Christopher Summik. Christopher Summik has an ultimate in the chamber. He's ready to use that. That's a great ultimate for close combat. Close combat saying, okay, well, let's go and do it. But he needs to survive long enough to be able to pull it off. Okay. We see here Skyfire sitting on an ultimate. We've seen her sitting on that ultimate for actually quite a while. Not great. Not great. Could have had an ultimate already, 2 ultimates, right? Make use of it. Do something with it, right? Make the team panic. Here we go, kid. Here's what we want to see. Here, look at that ultimate. They're going in there. Look what Colorado's doing. Most of Colorado backed off. The other ones, well, now they're on for solo.
Threat neutralized.
Yeah, okay, Piper pushing up. Alright, good use. Keep Piper alive. They gotta keep Piper alive. Let's take a look here. Oh, here's Piper. Piper keeping it movable. Piper's taking a look at the time. Yeah, you got 18 seconds. This is now the time. You cannot get halted here. Okay, boom. Tank down. Now you gotta push. You got. Oh my goodness, you gotta push. Good. You get good instincts from Piper pushing up forward, saying, "All right, get out of here. We're done with you. No more. We're in overtime." Oh my goodness, this is gonna come down to like inches, folks. Oh my goodness, another devastating ultimate. Another devastating, but they're keeping her alive. They're keeping Piper. Piper has an ultimate. Now she's using the ultimate. Here's this is what we want to see. There we go. Do some damage. Say, not today. Get out of here. 1 down. 2 down. 3 down. This is what we want to see. Bison's going, and Bisons get a team kill and a win. That's game 2 going to the Bisons. We're going into game 3. This one's an escort. Bison's absolutely crushing it out. Looks like Nightshades, that's his enemy or opposing Colorado player getting play of the game. Not bad, not bad. Doing good. It's a shame, not good enough though. Wasn't good enough. Awesome game from the Bisons. We saw use of ultimates. We saw great instant. I'm really impressed actually with Piper. Muyo doing a great job. Great instincts. Just says no. All right, I better be pushing up. I better be pushing and communication. Got too far ahead. All right, time to fall back. Yeah, we're doing great. This is great. Great job from the Bisons. That was an exciting game. We're now tied up 1-1. We're going into game 3. It's going to be escort. So this one team pushes a payload through checkpoints. The other tries to stop them in their tracks. This is what we want to see. Exactly what we just went through. This is minus the capture point at the beginning. Hybrid's a weird one because hybrid is like a mix between control and escort. So this is just the payload, and this is where the Bisons actually did really good. The Bisons did really good. On the move, thinking on the fly. I definitely am super impressed. So hang tight. We're going to be going into escort in just a moment here. right, and we're back with Escort. One team pushes a payload through checkpoints. The other tries to stop them in their tracks. Let's take a look. LCBI is assembling their heroes. Looks like LCBI is going to be on defense. So same thing as last time. They're on defense. They're saying, all right, we're going to stop you. You can't come any closer. But this is all payload. So I think this is where Bisons really have an advantage. I don't know, just based off that last game mode, when the Bisons were on the move, that's when we saw the big plays from them. When they were kind of static, maybe not so much. Bisons have now 40 seconds to set up their defenses, essentially just get to the other side of the map. You know, at these times, you'd be communicating, you'd be talking. But here we go. Kind of a fun, festive map. Looks like we're starting in point. That's Colin Keith getting the high ground. Been watching some Star Wars. But there we go. So again, as opposed to hybrid, this is just nothing but payload. So there is no static defense. You're always on the move. You're always on the move. Okay, Yuyo. I wonder, do they ban Piper's character? Piper's character? They may have. But action starting off. Piper is jumping in there, kind of hugging the corner. I don't know. This is going to be interesting. Keeping the pressure up, saying, all right. Essentially, you're running the clock. You see there up at the top. You see that up the top there. There's like those two blue diamonds, and one gold one. The blue ones are checkpoints. Gold one, that's the finish line. Bisons having to essentially run up the clock. You got 3 minutes and 23 seconds to get that payload to the first diamond, and then they get time added. It just feels there. Okay, so Bisons now again popping up there, saying, "All right, fine. You want to go? Come around. Get your payload." Man, are they doing a great job, or Colorado's doing a great job with that time warp. Let's take a look here. Viper's still pushing. Yikes. Bison's getting sabotaged, saying, okay, fine, we'll trade. You want to take one of ours, we'll take one of yours. But Viper's doing a pretty good job, saying, okay, we'll try to bait them in and around that corner where Colorado doesn't have any support. Viper, don't fall for it. Oh. Okay, don't listen to me, folks. Don't listen to me. Viper doing a great job. Pushing them out. There you go, team wipe. Yeah, Bison's definitely finding their edge here. Pushing them up. Oh my goodness. Viper just devastating. Just like, hey, what are you doing? Quit hiding and crying in the corner. Katunk. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. Bisons are slowly pushing Colorado back now. That truck is moving back, which is great for the Bisons. Okay, now hopefully the Bisons can still keep coordinating. I said they're just running up the clock. This is great. If they have to actually fight to get the objective, they're not going to be they're playing this weird game where they're done. Like this is, I think this is going to go to the Bisons. You got a minute and 30 seconds to get to the next checkpoint. If the Bisons keep up this defense, I know a lot of ground can get covered once they actually get moved. Piper almost has her ultimate. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, well, let's take a look and see. Oh, yikes. You can see there up at the top, they have the 4 arrows, or 3 arrows now with the 5. But that means they're pushing that thing. That thing's going top speed. Yikes, they actually might make this. Bisons need to get in there and stop them, like, ASAP, before they hit that checkpoint. This is some bad situational awareness on the Bison's part. Get in there, cause some havoc, get them to slow down. Because there you go. But that might be too late. That was some bad situational awareness on the Bison's part. Unless they can. Oh, okay. This is actually not too bad. That's close. That's really close. Bison's doing a good job. They can't let him go anymore. 1.99 meters? No. Yeah, you stop that truck. They're not allowed. There we go. All right. We're pushing it back. That's what you want to see. that was close. You saw how fast. Once that objective gets moving, you see how fast that is. You want to stop them from getting to the objective, like by any stretch. Just around. Okay, now it's time to use the ultimate. Now it's time to use the ultimate. You got 13 seconds left. Put the pressure on. Show them what happens when you come up against the Bison Stampede. Bison's doing a great job. I use the ultimate now. Use the ultimate now. Oh my goodness. Good use the ultimate from the Bisons and healing effects. And we ain't getting off your objective. They're in overtime. That goes to the Bisons. There you go. Oh my goodness. Round 1 goes to the Bison. They didn't even get to the first objective. All the Bisons need to do is get to the next objective, and that's it. Bisons will be 2 up or 1 up on the enemy team, which means all they gotta do is win push. If they win push, that's it. This game goes to the Bisons. What an absolutely exciting homecoming game. This is awesome. Okay, so now the Bisons are on the offense. All the Bisons got to do is get that objective to the get the payload to the first objective. They can do that. They win this game, this round. Escort will go to the Bison. Well, let's take a look. They're on it. Okay, they're on offensive. They gotta wait. They got 40 seconds. Right now, Colorado is setting up their defenses. They gotta wait. They gotta wait. Okay, they need to be coordinated. They need to be talking. They need to be getting ready. They're shooting belts. They're shooting. Oh, okay. That's not gonna be okay. They're going. They're getting ready. Okay, so they need to be coordinating with each other. They need to be chatting, saying, okay, they know all they got to do is get to that first checkpoint. And you saw that. 82.9 meters. They gotta get further than 82.9 meters. And here we go. All right, and they're off. Okay, so they get to the objective. Okay, so the payload is slowly moving. Remember, the more characters you have at the payload, the faster that payload goes. We saw how brutal it was for Colorado, trying to get past this point. We see the same thing happening to the Bisons. Bisons need to start pushing it, but nice, they got an elimination, which means now it is 5-on-4. Bisons need to keep that pressure up. Keep that pressure up. Keep moving forward. Get on this choke point. This choke point is brutal. It's devastating. Bisons slowly pushing their way, making their way downtown, and okay, Bisons break through that first choke point, and they're moving the payload down the street. Nice! That's another elimination. Another elimination for the Bisons. Everybody needs to get on that payload. Let's move that as fast as possible. Do not give Colorado a chance to come back and form a defense. Okay, as the seconds go on, Colorado is losing ground. We're over halfway there. But however, this is where the Bisons, it's almost like a repeat. This is where the Bisons came back. Looks like we lost one character. Not a lot of ultimates in the tank here. Bison strategically falling back. I think they actually lost their tank. Looks like Piper was taken out. So Bison, this is not good. This is another choke point. We saw this again with when we were on defense. Nice. Looks like we got one elimination. Bisons need to get some ultimates. And they need to start pushing forward. You get ultimates by doing damage. If you're DPS, you're doing damage. We need to get Yuyo back. Yeah, you gotta be coordinating, not just debuffing or buffing damage, making sure that health is there. Maybe some. This is not looking good. Colorado doing a great job at this defense. Not looking good for the Bisons. They got a minute and 50 seconds left. They're re-coordinating. They're moving around. Oh, not what we want to see. Okay, Bison's now waiting for full team strength. You do not want to waste time here. You got a minute 30 left. You got to make sure your entire team. Good use there. They have an ultimate. Now might be the time to use the ultimate. Now might definitely be the time to use the ultimate. Wait for the entire team to get together. Formulate that that push. Yes, I don't like. This is risky. Risky. Christopher Summick. Gets a KO. Perk quick. Nice! Chris getting a good hit on them. They got a minute. They got a minute. I would use the salt. Oh my goodness, they gotta use the salt. Now here we go. There we go. Nice! And the Bisons are taking out Colorado and moving the objective. Colorado might not have enough time to reform an offense and push. They're going to be coming in one at a time. Bisons are going to have to go and take them out. This is it. I don't think they're not going to be able to push. See, look, they're scrambling. They're scrambled. They're scrambled. And this goes to the Bisons, who win Escort. It is now 2-1, and we go into game mode push. So, teams fight to control a robot in the center, then push it as far as possible into enemy territory. Looks like somebody from Colorado's team got to play the game Junkrat. Yeah, not bad. Are they going to use the ultimate? There we go. Okay, they used their ultimate. Yeah, all right. That wasn't a bad play of the game. But awesome teamwork from Bison. Definitely getting into the groove here. We saw great use of ultimates, especially from the support players who use those big shielding health bubbles. Like, hey, stay in the bubble. Stay in the bubble. And well, good. Okay, so hang tight. We'll be back with more esports action going into Game 4. This is exciting. I am excited. All right, and we're back, and we're going to be playing Push. Now, this is my favorite game mode. Teams fight to control a robot in the center, then push it as far as possible into enemy territory. Not too dissimilar from Escort. However, it's both teams. There's only one game. One game. We're going to see who can actually push the robot further. Robots in the center. Not too dissimilar from Control, where you're going to want to get up to the robot, and you're going to want to say, like, again, it doesn't unlock right away, so there's a bit of like a generic, let's fight for Control, try to get some kills, get some takedowns, get access to the robot when it is done. So Bison's hopefully going to come exploding out of here. Yeah, absolutely wonderful, wonderful matches so far. Let's take a look and see if Bison's can actually get, if the Bison's get the W here, that's it. That's it. They win. They go. All right, doors open in 14 seconds. All right, looks like Piper has back her main tank. Let's take a look and see what's going to happen here. Exciting game. So they're going to get to the robot, get to the robot, and then once they get to the robot, they're going to fight for it, and then start escorting it into enemy territory. The downside with this, oh boy. All right, we see a couple characters. A little Deathball's a little hamster. He's low, he's not doing great here, actually. Yeah, all right, nice try. Bison's now on the offensive. Yikes, Colorado, not off to a great start for Colorado. Bison's doing fantastic. Piper pushing up, saying, hey, I'm back. You banned this from me last match, but I'm back now. As long as Piper gets the support she needs as tank, she'll keep the pressure up. Now's the time the Bisons really should be pushing. I think we saw, what, 2 of Colorado's characters get taken out? All right, Piper doing not too bad, saying, you're not flanking us. You're not flanking us. I see you back there. As long as Piper gets the support she needs, not a bad strat, Bison slowly making progress, slowly going downtown, gets 2 KOs, 2 KOs, and they keep pushing, This is good. Piper has them on the run. Oh my goodness, they actually flanked from behind. Yikes. Okay, so there we go. There was a bit of a disadvantage to pushing, but there we go. Bison's now moving. And again, more people next to this robot, the faster this guy goes. All right, Piper staying on point, staying on the robot, saying, okay, I got enough. You guys are going to sneak on me. I got enough health to warn the team. Nice! Piper has the ultimate. The enemy are in one position. This would be a great time to use it. Not sure if this is just lack of situational awareness or is Piper waiting for the stars to align, but it has an ultimate. Now would be the time. Piper's doing great damage, soaking up a lot of. Now would you? Oh my goodness! I'm getting excited. I'm getting on the verge of my seat here. Bison's keeping the pressure up. I like this because this is the Bison's game. They're playing on their terms. Piper has a 5-player kill streak, stopping the progress. This isn't great. Piper on her own. Looks like they're trying to push through. Piper doing good, saying, okay, fine, you want to push through? Well, the robot's up here. I'm here. I killed your teammate. All right, fine. Yeah, you keep fighting back there. We're going to keep playing the game. So Bison's already past the first checkpoint. We got 7 minutes. If Bison's get it to the end, that's it. They're already halfway there, and they still have 7 minutes. A lot can happen. But no, Bison's doing a great job coordinating as a team. Piper could use the shield there. Bisons are doing an awesome job pushing this robot up there. Colorado, I don't think, again, Colorado, they're shook. They're frazzled. This could be it. All right, Piper needs to use her ultimate. She needs to use her ultimate. They're clumped up. This is the it. This could be it, but she's not using her ultimate. This is the time. Push him back. Piper doing a great job pushing them back. Gets 2 Ks. Okay, almost 3. All right, I think this is it. This is game. As soon as Piper gets the robot to there, again, her teammates keeping her alive. This is it. lose focus. Don't lose focus. Oh, here we go. Here's the ultimate. All right. Jenga. That's Jenga. There you go. There you go. That's Jenga. Bisons win. Oh my goodness. Bisons win their I guess technically their second regular season game. Star Trek fan getting oh no, stolen. Playing the game was stolen by Star what's going to Star Trek map? It looks like it was stolen by Noble 6. This is an intense. This was intense. This was intense. Okay, we saw some great play. Well, let's hear from Brian. We're gonna hear from Brian, the coach, and we're gonna Brian. How did this game go? What did you think? What were some of the highlights for you? Talk to the fans. Tell them what you think and how everything went.
Yeah, we really stuck together as a team. We were communicating very clearly and had one goal and focus and in mind, and we focused on just working together and keeping their team disoriented and disorganized. But yeah, no, it's overwhelming. When we went into this game, we thought it was going to be almost unwinnable, and once they put their foot down, they put it into another drive, and we took the win.
Yeah, that is huge. What a huge win for the Bisons. Absolutely phenomenal. We saw, again, great plays. Supports had some really striking moments. We had, again, I think the MVP of tonight's match has to be Piper Murdoch playing as a tank. Did such a good job keeping the pressure up. Was just a force to be reckoned with. So Bisons win. That was the first win the Bisons actually got to play. So there we go. Bisons now 2-2 for the regular season. And, yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next. Anyway, that's it for me, folks. I got to go off and announce a football game. It's the alumni homecoming here at LCBI. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you are around the Outlook area for this weekend. And I guess all this